Hello everyone, this is Ninja Girl Sakura here, back with another Tangled the series review. Today we got the 7th episode of Season 3, The King and Queen of Hearts. And oh my god, this episode had me laughing throughout the entire thing pretty much. This episode is so funny. But before I get into spoilers, of course, if you have not had the chance to see the episode yet, feel free to click off the video, watch the episode, and then come back. Once you've seen the whole thing, you're gonna laugh, you're gonna love it, but yeah. Spoilers! For those who want to stick around, in 3, 2, 1. So, first of all, this episode is also written by Ricky Roxburgh, who also wrote the premiere, so, yes, thank you, Ricky. This episode was hilarious. Excellent job with the comedy, but yeah. The episode begins, though, with a spy returning to King Trevor's kingdom and telling him that Ariana and Frederick have lost their memories and therefore aren't exactly simpatico at the moment. So, yeah, Trevor then gets the idea in his head, well, if she's not exactly in love with Frederick anymore due to all this, then maybe I can woo Ariana. Because apparently he's had feelings for her the whole time, which explains why him and Frederick have had such a rivalry over the years and throughout the series. So, yes, he sets off with Trevor Jr., his royal seal, and heads for Corona. Meanwhile, we switch to Varian, and at first you think he's being evil for a split second, but then it switches right into comedic. And yeah, he's trying to help Rapunzel get her parents' memories back. But unfortunately, what he was doing did not work. His experiment did not work. Typical Varian. And he does feel bad. He's like, man, I really thought this would help reverse what the Sapporians did, but unfortunately it doesn't. But yeah, Rapunzel's still optimistic. She believes that even if their minds don't remember, that their hearts will remember. And it just so happens to be the Day of Hearts, which was the celebration, the occasion going on during the episode Under Wraps. So nice callback there. One of many actually in this episode, I should say. So yeah, but we'll get to that. So, Rapunzel gets the idea in her head that, hey, maybe signing the book, I forget the name of the book, but yeah, you know, where all the couples in Corona sign the names. So yeah. Rapunzel gets the idea that maybe if they sign it again, it'll trigger their memories and they'll fall back in love again. So yeah. Oh, by the way, Eugene really wants to sign it with Rapunzel. That's kind of his thing throughout this episode, and it's super cute. But again, we'll get to that. So, she goes with her parents. They go to sign it, but they are not remembering anything, and they care about Rapunzel. They still love her, of course, but they do not remember anything about each other. And yeah, they're just total opposites right now. Ariana is wild, adventurous, very much like her daughter. That's where Rapunzel gets it from. And Frederick is, you know, he doesn't really like adventure. He likes being at home and collecting eggs, as it turns out. So yeah, they're just total opposites, and yeah, they're not in love anymore, per se. So, Rapunzel, of course, is kind of freaking out, because she doesn't want her family to break up. Totally understandable. I think every kid understands that. So, yeah. She decides to make a plan to try and get her parents back together, to fall back in love. And, yeah, to convince everyone to be a part of this plan, she tells them, you know what will happen if they break up? All the other couples in Corona will start breaking up, and that will lead to just world chaos. The end of the world as we know it. She literally pretty much says that. And it's the funniest freaking thing. But anyway, so yeah, they agree to help her. They agree. And yeah, she starts off by thinking, hey, maybe going on a horseback ride together will help them. So she tricks her mom into going out with her and going horse riding. and then meets up with Frederick there, who was taken there by Eugene. And yeah, Max and Fidel are there. And Rapunzel fakes like, oh, I'm tired. I'm just gonna go home. Why don't you guys hang out? You know. She's trying to get the romantic vibe going. But, yeah, Frederick can't even seem to ride a horse right. Ariana's fine, because she's wild. But, you know, Frederick, he keeps falling off. And it doesn't go well. Not really. So, yeah. Since that flopped, Rapunzel decides to take her parents to the Snuggly Nuggly. And Attila bakes them some food, but Shorty ruins everything because he decided to sneak and eat it. So Frederick and Ariana didn't even get the chance to really eat. Or really talk, for that matter. They just, yeah, Frederick talked about his eggs all day. Oh, by the way, he decided to invade Eugene's room with eggs as well. But yeah, it's just, they're not clicking. Nothing Rapunzel is doing seems to be working. And it's really bugging her. So, she tries the ultimate thing. A nice romantic boat ride? Lanterns? Sounding familiar? So yeah. And it almost works. We obviously know it worked for her and Eugene, who is still adamant that, come on, Rapunzel, I want to sign the book with you. Let's sign the book. It's just so cute. Oh, I forgot to mention earlier, the first time you mentioned it, Rapunzel, Eugene was nervous that maybe she had forgotten, but she was like, Eugene, I love you too much, I would never forget about signing this book. Never. And she gives him a kiss. It's so cute. But anyway, back to the date. Yeah, it almost works. They actually almost kiss. But then Trevor arrives, and I want to say this is a little nod to what happened in The Little Mermaid during Kiss the Girl at the very end, when Flotsam and Jetsam flop Ariel and Eric's boat over. I want to say this is a slight nod to it, but maybe not. But yeah, Trevor arrives, Frederick falls in the water, so they rescue him, because he can't swim. And Trevor plays the, the kindness card. He makes like he likes Frederick, and just feels terrible about him getting sick, maybe, and getting all wet. And, ends up inviting Ariana to go sea serpent watching the next day. And, yeah, Rapunzel is, of course, onto him, and says, hey, can I talk to you in private? Knocks him out with a frying pan, and in an excellent nod to the movie, when, Rapunzel met Eugene in the tower, she tells him, I know exactly what you're up to. It's not gonna work. Not while this princess is princessing. She is on fire. I love her so much. But Trevor makes out like, oh no, of course not. I respect marriage and I respect the law of Corona. I'm not gonna do anything. I mean, yes, I like your mom, but I'm not gonna do anything. So Rapunzel does choose to give him the benefit of the doubt and believe him. But the next day at breakfast, after Ariana's gone and Frederick is kind of down on the dumps about the whole thing, and feels that, nah, it wouldn't be right if he tagged along, Rapunzel reads Maximus's law book again, the Corona law book, the same one from Peril in the High Seas that he still has a sword in it, by the way. Oh, man. And yeah, discovers that where he's taking Ariana is outside of Corona law, so he could technically marry her. Uh-huh. So, Rapunzel knows what he's up to, and they head off to try and stop it. And, yeah. Of course, on the boat, Trevor is making his move, and he wants to give Ariana this, crystal that he found, which we see from the beginning of the episode. It matters, don't worry, I'll explain. But, yeah, he tries wooing her, and he even stole the book that's for the Day of Hearts, and wants to sign it with Ariana. But Ariana is resistant, and is like, no, I'm not, I don't want to do this. No, I do still care about Frederick. He's interesting in ways. That's kind of what she says. So yeah, Trevor kind of does get a little mad at her. And then Rapunzel and Frederick, Pascal, Eugene, and Lance all arrive. And they do manage to stop it. And Ariana actually beforehand even stops herself kicking butt and just flat out says, "No, I don't want to go anywhere with you. Forget it." So, yeah. But, well, the sea serpent they were watching starts to attack. And Rapunzel's boat starts getting damaged, and this makes Ariana even more angry. So, yeah, that's when she really stands up to Trevor. And you know what he does in retaliation as well? Here comes the pun. You know, there is a seal pun of Trevor's in the episode. He calls the Navy SEALs. Oh, there it is. There's always a pun. Tom Caulfield, I know, you must love it. Because he loves the character of King Trevor. So yeah, he calls the Navy SEALs, not Royal SEALs, Navy SEALs. And yeah, they also attack. And Ariana, she's kicking Trevor's butt, really mad, and all that, because nobody messes with her daughter. So yeah, Lance tries to make him go away. Doesn't work. And then the sea serpent that they were watching attacks some more. And again, Lance tries and fails to make it go away. It's angry. And yeah, so they retreat to Trevor's boat, thanks to Ariana. And she can't figure out why the sea serpent is so angry, because they're usually not that hostile. However, this is where Frederick's little thing comes in. He notices that the crystal that Trevor had is not just a crystal. Frederick realizes this is actually the sea serpent's egg. That's what it was after. It wasn't after them, it was after its egg. So, he gives it back, the serpent leaves, and everything's okay. And actually Trevor even ended up rescuing Rapunzel when she tried to stop the sea serpent with her hair. By the way, I should mention that Trevor did do something nice. And understood that, yes, Frederick and Ariana, they do love each other. They're not going to break up, so it kind of lets it go. And, yeah. They return to Corona. Trevor leaves, but the book for the Day of Hearts is destroyed. And, well, that's sad, because there are a lot of people's memories in it. Rapunzel comments on that. But, to fix it, she decides to just make a new one. And, yeah, but first thing is first. Her and Eugene sign it. And share a sweet, lovable, adorable, perfect kiss. Love it. It's adorable. More, please. You know, I honestly thought Eugene was so adamant about, I want to sign the book with you. I thought this might be when he proposed again, but they're going to save that for probably the finale. Maybe the mid-season, but I'm thinking more the finale. We're going to see the final proposal where she finally says yes. So, yeah. But nonetheless, adorable, sweet, love it. Then, Frederick and Ariana do go ahead and sign it too. And, yeah, they just say, we're so lucky we have such an amazing daughter who we love so much. And, yeah, it also starts to trigger some more of their memories. So Rapunzel's like, oh, you guys are starting to remember, because it's true. Even if the mind doesn't remember, the heart always does. And she gives her mom and dad a nice big hug. And that's where the episode ends. So cute, so adorable, love it. So yeah, 10 out of 10 this episode. The comedy was off the charts in the best way. The sweet moments were perfect. Love the nods to Tangled, the original movie, and possibly Little Mermaid with the way Trevor arrives in Corona. I don't know if that was meant to be that, but it did instantly make me think of it. So yeah, excellent episode. Thank you, Ricky. So good. And yeah, tomorrow we have the episode Day of the Animals, which should be really fun. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this review though, and I will see you guys tomorrow for the next episode. Till then, see you later. Navy SEALs.